In the South China Sea, satellites tracked the usual flow of ships, except one stood out. The Zhongda 79, a small Chinese feeder ship, wasn't acting like the rest. Analysts saw boxy structures, vertical launch systems for missiles, on its deck. This was no ordinary merchant vessel. It was a warship in disguise. Suddenly, any Chinese-flagged merchant ship could be a hidden missile platform. It could sail into any port, lie in wait, and unleash missiles on command. China is signaling its willingness to rewrite the rules of naval engagement. The global maritime order has changed. The age of the armed merchant ship has returned. Arming merchant ships isn't new. It's a tactic as old as naval warfare. In World War I, British Q-ships disguised as merchants lured German U-boats, then revealed hidden guns and struck back. In World War II, German raiders like Atlantis and Cormoran disguised themselves as neutral vessels, sinking over 140 Allied ships. The advantage was always surprise, forcing enemies to treat every merchant as a potential threat. This forced navies to spread their resources thin, creating confusion and hesitation. China's Zhongda 79 is the 21st century evolution of this idea. Instead of deck guns, it carries modern missile systems inside standard-looking containers. The principle is the same: use civilian commerce as cover for military power. The sheer volume of global container traffic makes this deception incredibly effective. While Q-ships were tactical solutions, China's approach is part of a larger, integrated national strategy. It's a century-old idea reborn in the era of precision-guided munitions and global logistics. Now any container ship could be a warship in disguise. The world's navies must adapt to this new, unpredictable threat. Surprise and deception are once again central to maritime conflict. The armed merchant cruiser has returned, more dangerous than ever. The rules of naval warfare are being rewritten. The sea is no longer just a highway for trade. It's a battlefield hiding in plain sight. The Zhongda 79 looks like any other small feeder container ship, about 130 meters long, 700 TEU capacity, flying the Chinese flag. Its anonymity is its greatest strength. It blends in perfectly with global shipping. But satellite photos reveal containerized vertical launch systems, missiles hidden in plain sight. These modules fit standard shipping container dimensions, making them indistinguishable from normal cargo. Inside, they likely hold anti-ship or land attack cruise missiles, ready to fire on command. The ship also boasts phased array radar and close-in weapon systems for self-defense. This isn't a disposable weapon. It's designed for survivability. The genius is in the modularity. Weapon systems are containerized, not permanently installed. Any suitable Chinese container ship could be converted in hours. The Zhongda 79 is a proof of concept, a testbed for plug-and-play naval warfare. It demonstrates China's ability to rapidly and covertly militarize its merchant fleet. The result, a distributed, unpredictable threat that's nearly impossible to track. The wolf now wears sheep's clothing, and it's everywhere. The future of naval warfare is modular, mobile, and hidden in plain sight. Why arm a container ship when China already has the world's largest navy? The answer: mass, deception, and cost-effectiveness. The Zhongda 79 supplements, not replaces, high-end warships, creating new problems for adversaries. These ships provide strategic depth. They're cheap, expendable, and can be deployed in numbers. Losing one is a minor setback, not a disaster. The element of surprise is a force multiplier. Imagine missile salvos from ships dismissed as harmless. They can act as first-strike weapons or decoys, overwhelming defenses and sowing chaos. Every merchant ship becomes a potential threat, forcing navies to spread thin. Converting a container ship is fast and cheap compared to building a new warship. This is asymmetric warfare, leveraging China's commercial dominance to counter U.S. naval superiority. It's a pragmatic, deeply worrying strategy that plays to China's unique strengths. The age of the cheap, covert missile carrier has arrived. The rules of naval power projection have changed. China's shipbuilding industry is unmatched. Nearly half the world's commercial ships are built there. In 2023 alone, China produced over 42 million deadweight tons, more than the entire U.S. Navy fleet, several times over. Chinese shipyards build both commercial and military vessels, often side by side. Civilian and military production lines are blurred. Skills and supply chains are shared. This civil-military fusion is central to China's strategy. Shipyards like Jiangnan dwarf their Western counterparts, using modern techniques for rapid, efficient construction. Converting hundreds of container ships into missile platforms is a rounding error for China. The industrial might behind the Zhongda 79 is staggering. No other nation can match this scale and speed. China's endless supply of hulls and expertise makes mass militarization possible. The armed container ship is a natural product of this industrial ecosystem. The Zhongda 79 exemplifies China's civil-military fusion, where commercial power is harnessed for military goals. China's vast merchant marine, fishing fleet, and coast guard are all extensions of the Navy. Civilian shipping companies are legally required to assist the military. New ships are built to national defense standards, making conversion easy. This isn't secret policy. It's public and deliberate. China's maritime militia, fishermen trained for surveillance and harassment, adds another layer. The armed container ship weaponizes global trade itself. This whole-of-nation approach creates a seamless web of maritime power. Hundreds of Chinese-flagged ships can provide surveillance, logistics, or direct firepower. The strategy blurs lines, creating a gray zone where intent is hard to determine. China's sea power is now a comprehensive, integrated force, far beyond just warships. The U.S. Navy relies on government-owned auxiliary ships for logistics, but the fleet is aging and shrinking. The ready reserve force is small, old, and slow to activate. The U.S. merchant marine has dwindled, leaving little to draw on in a crisis. In contrast, China sees its entire merchant marine as a strategic reserve. Thousands of modern Chinese-owned ships are potential military assets. Containerized weapon systems enable rapid, covert conversion. The U.S. has experimented with similar ideas, but never committed. The U.S. favors expensive, purpose-built warships. China builds a massive, distributed, deceptive force. In a prolonged conflict, the ability to build and arm ships at scale is decisive. China is building that capacity. The U.S. is letting it wither. The Zhongda 79 is a wake-up call for Western maritime strategy. The gap between U.S. and Chinese maritime power is growing. The future may belong to those who can mobilize their commercial fleets. The strategic value of armed container ships is immense, especially for the price. For the cost of one destroyer, China could field 20 or more armed merchant ships. These ships are expendable, allowing for aggressive, risk-tolerant operations. They can saturate enemy defenses. Imagine a fleet of 50 ships, each with 20 missiles. Even advanced air defenses would be overwhelmed. These ships can loiter for weeks, hidden among global shipping. Their presence creates constant uncertainty and paranoia for adversaries. Any container ship could be a threat. No one knows which is armed. This is perfect for a first strike, a wave of missile attacks from unexpected directions. By the time the enemy realizes, it's too late. The Zhongda 79 and its sisters are a cheap, ubiquitous strike force. The opening moves of future naval conflict may come from the world's supply chain. The battlefield is everywhere and nowhere. The Zhongda 79 is a strategic shock, forcing navies to rethink everything. Detection is the first challenge. How do you spot an armed container ship among thousands? Intelligence and new sensors will be crucial, but monitoring global shipping is daunting. Boarding and inspecting ships risks escalation and trade disruption. The West's focus on fewer, more complex warships is now in question. The power of a distributed, lower-cost force is clear. Should the U.S. and allies develop their own containerized weapon systems? The lines between warship and merchant ship are gone. China's state-controlled, integrated approach gives it an edge. The West must find creative ways to counter this threat. The future of naval warfare is about deception, asymmetry, and weaponized global systems. The genie is out of the bottle. Any container ship could be a hidden dragon. The world's navies must adapt to a new, uncertain maritime reality.